The cold metal corridors of the underground research facility hummed with quiet anticipation. Captain J. Park walked slowly, his boots making soft echoes against the polished floor. Around him, teams of scientists and engineers worked with intense focus, their screens displaying complex designs that seemed to defy everything known about space technology. Earth had always been considered weak. Other galactic civilizations looked down on humans, treating them like children playing with technology they could never truly understand. But those civilizations knew nothing about human determination. Dr. Hannah Kim stood near a massive holographic display, her fingers moving rapidly across transparent control panels. She was reviewing the latest quantum propulsion calculations, a project that had consumed her entire team for the past 5 years. Most people didn't know about this secret facility buried deep beneath the Gobi Desert. It was intentionally hidden, protected by layers of advanced stealth technology and quantum interference shields. The current global political landscape seemed peaceful, but tensions were brewing. Alien reconnaissance ships had been increasingly probing Earth's outer solar system, testing humanity's defenses. They believed humans were primitive, technologically backward, with nothing more than basic rocket technology and satellite networks. Jay watched a simulation of their newest Dreadnought design. It was unlike anything that had ever been conceived. Multiple quantum fold generators, plasma weapon systems that could obliterate entire battle groups, and defensive capabilities that made traditional shields look like paper barriers. The mockery ends now, Jay muttered under his breath. Dr. Kim approached him, her digital tablet displaying complex mathematical equations. The last simulation shows 99.7% probability of successful quantum compression, she said quietly. Her voice carried a mix of scientific excitement and quiet confidence. The facility was a marvel of human engineering. Every corridor, every room, was designed with multiple purposes. What looked like a simple research station could transform into a command center within seconds. Backup systems upon backup systems ensured that no single point of failure could compromise their mission. Younger. Engineers worked in synchronized teams, each specialized in different technological domains. Quantum mechanics, advanced materials science, computational modeling. They represented humanity's brightest minds, all working towards a single, hidden objective. Outside, the world continued its daily routine. People went to work, watched news, lived their lives completely unaware of the technological revolution being developed underneath their feet. Governments knew fragments, but no single administration had the complete picture. The Dreadnought designs were revolutionary. They didn't just improve existing technologies, they reimagined them entirely. Propulsion systems that could fold space-time, weapon platforms that could target multiple dimensions simultaneously, defensive systems that could predict and neutralize threats before they even materialized. Jay understood the stakes. Humanity's survival depended on being prepared, on being several technological steps ahead of potential threats. The alien reconnaissance missions were increasing, and it was only a matter of time before someone decided to test Earth's real capabilities. Dr. Kim pulled up another holographic model, showing energy distribution patterns across the proposed Dreadnought design. "We've solved the quantum coherence problem," she said, a rare smile crossing her usually serious face. "No other civilization has managed this level of energy control." The facility itself was a marvel of camouflage and misdirection. From the surface, it appeared to be nothing more than a standard geological research station. Underground, it was a technological fortress that could potentially change the balance of power in the known galaxy. Jay knew they were creating more than just advanced spacecraft. They were crafting humanity's future, a future where they would no longer be seen as weak or insignificant. Every calculation, every design, every late night of testing was a statement. Humans were not to be underestimated. As the day progressed, teams continued their meticulous work. Quantum processors hummed, holographic displays flickered with complex data, and the sense of anticipation grew. Something big was coming, and only a select few knew the true extent of what was being developed. The silent preparation was almost complete. Soon the galaxy would understand that Earth was far from weak. The first signs of trouble appeared on long-range deep space scanners. Massive crystalline structures emerged from quantum slipstreams, their alien geometry unlike anything human sensors had ever recorded. The Frontier Collective's warships approached Earth's orbital boundaries with calculated precision. Commander Wu Xin watched the incoming data streams, his face calm, but his muscles tense. Years of preparation had led to this moment. The alien vessels looked like massive geometric crystals, each capable of destroying entire planetary defense networks. Their communication burst came instantly, a direct transmission that cut through all communication channels. "Inhabitants of Earth," the message translated, "your technological development is insufficient. Surrender your planetary resources or face complete elimination." In military command centers across the globe, tension rose. Most world leaders wanted to negotiate, to find a diplomatic solution. But the teams in the underground facility knew better. This was not a negotiation. This was a test. Orbital tracking stations showed the alien fleet spreading out, creating a perfect encirclement pattern around Earth. They were methodical, almost mathematical in their approach. Each ship positioned itself to cut off potential escape routes or defensive maneuvers. The aliens believed humans were weak. They had studied Earth's historical conflicts, analyzed its technological progress, and determined that resistance was futile. Their intelligence suggested a quick, bloodless conquest was possible. They were wrong. J. Park's voice came through secure communication channels. "Hold position. Do not activate any defensive systems." His instructions were clear and precise. Every military personnel knew their role. The alien ships began scanning Earth's surface, probing for weaknesses. They detected military installations, communication networks, and technological infrastructure. Their sensors showed a planet that seemed vulnerable, with limited space capabilities and primitive defensive technologies. What they couldn't see were the hidden quantum dreadnoughts, carefully camouflaged and waiting. Dr. Hannah Kim monitored the incoming data, her fingers moving quickly across quantum-encrypted communication panels. She understood the psychological warfare being played out. The aliens wanted to demonstrate overwhelming superiority, to break human spirit before actual combat began. Global communication networks began showing the alien fleet. Panic started spreading among civilian populations. News channels broadcast images of the massive crystalline ships, each looking like a deadly geometric nightmare capable of destroying entire continents. Military leaders around the world prepared traditional defensive protocols. Missile systems were armed, satellite networks activated, and emergency response teams put on highest alert. But the underground team knew these would be useless against the technological superiority of the Frontier Collective. Commander Wu Xin watched the alien ships complete their positioning. They were waiting for a response, expecting submission, or a futile resistance that would be crushed within minutes. "Activate quantum masking," Jay's voice came through the communication channel. It was a simple instruction, but it would change everything. The alien fleet continued scanning, their sensor arrays collecting data. They saw a planet that seemed ready to surrender, a civilization that understood its own limitations. They saw weakness, but beneath the surface, something else was happening. Quantum generators began powering up. Hidden systems, developed in absolute secrecy, started aligning. The technological trap that had been years in preparation was about to be sprung. The Frontier Collective had made a critical mistake. They had underestimated human potential, human innovation, and human determination. In the next few moments, everything would change. The galaxy would learn that Earth was not a weak planet to be conquered. Earth was a sleeping giant about to wake up and show its true potential. Commander Wu Xin allowed himself a slight smile. The real game was just beginning. The alien fleet continued its silent, threatening hover around Earth, completely unaware that their own destruction was being carefully prepared, quantum calculation by quantum calculation. Humanity's response was coming, and it would be nothing like anyone expected. The quantum dreadnoughts materialized without warning, silent, precise, each vessel a technological marvel that defied known physical limitations. Space around Earth's orbit suddenly erupted, with impossible geometric patterns. Human ships appeared like ghosts, their surfaces absorbing and reflecting light in ways that seemed to break fundamental laws of physics. The Frontier Collective's massive crystalline warships suddenly looked obsolete. Commander Wu Xin's voice remained calm. First wave, engage quantum targeting. Plasma weapons charged, not traditional energy blasts, but quantum compressed matter streams that could slice through molecular structures with surgical precision. The first shots fired were more like mathematical equations becoming physical reality than traditional weapon discharges. The alien fleet's initial response was confusion. Their advanced sensors couldn't track the human ships. Where conventional radar and tracking systems would show empty space, human dreadnoughts moved like liquid shadows, each movement calculated to millisecond precision. Dr. Hannah Kim monitored the battle from the underground command center. Her hands moved across holographic interfaces, guiding entire squadrons with mathematical perfection. Years of secret research were being validated in mere moments. The first alien ships disappeared not in explosions, but in quantum dissolvement. Their crystalline structures simply ceased existing, broken down into fundamental particles faster than light could register the event. No debris, no traditional destruction, just complete elimination. Alien communication channels erupted in what could only be described as digital panic. Their perfect invasion strategy was collapsing faster than they could comprehend. Humanity wasn't just defending, they were utterly demolishing the most advanced invasion force in known galactic history. J. Park watched the tactical displays. Each human dreadnought moved like a living weapon system, adapting, predicting, destroying. The Frontier Collective had believed humans were primitive. Now they were witnessing technological warfare beyond their comprehension. Quantum fold generators allowed human ships to appear and disappear across multiple dimensional layers. Where alien weapons targeted one location, human vessels would already be somewhere else, striking from impossible angles. The battle wasn't just a conflict. It was a complete technological demonstration of human potential. Within 30 minutes, over 70% of the alien invasion fleet had been eliminated. Not through brute force, but through calculated, precise technological superiority. Each destroyed ship represented years of alien engineering, now reduced to quantum dust. Surviving, alien vessels began retreat protocols, but retreat was impossible. Human dreadnoughts had already calculated and blocked every potential quantum slipstream escape route. The remaining ships were trapped, like insects in an invisible web. Commander Wu Xin's final instruction was simple: complete elimination. The last alien ships didn't explode. They simply ceased existing, broken down into fundamental quantum particles that scattered across the cosmic background radiation. No evidence, no survivors. A complete surgical removal of the invasion force. Global communication networks, which had been preparing for potential planetary destruction, suddenly showed something unexpected. Complete victory. Humanity hadn't just defended itself. It had demonstrated technological capabilities that rewrote every known understanding of space warfare. Dr. Hannah Kim allowed herself a small smile. The mockery was over. The galaxy would never look at humans the same way again. As quantum dust settled and space returned to its previous calm state, one thing became absolutely clear. Earth was no longer a weak planetary civilization to be ignored. They were a technological force that could annihilate entire invasion fleets without losing a single human life. The unexpected strike was complete. The message was sent. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, not as a newcomer, but as a dominant, technologically superior civilization. The Frontier Collective's invasion was over. Their entire fleet gone. Their technological superiority destroyed. Their understanding of warfare completely shattered. The Interstellar Council convened an emergency session, their holographic representatives looking stunned and bewildered. Humanity's sudden technological leap had shattered every existing galactic power structure. Admiral Kang Min stood before the council, his presence calm and deliberate. No diplomatic niceties, no long speeches, just pure, direct communication. Earth is no longer requesting a seat at the table, he stated. We are redesigning the entire room. News of the Frontier Collective's complete destruction spread across multiple star systems. Civilizations that had previously viewed humans as primitive technological infants now saw them as a potential existential threat. Communication intercepts revealed panic among alien diplomatic circles. How could a species they had ignored for centuries suddenly demonstrate such overwhelming technological superiority? Human quantum warfare technologies were beyond anything in known galactic records. Dr. Hannah Kim's research teams were already developing next-generation technologies. Each breakthrough wasn't just a scientific achievement, it was a strategic statement. Humanity was moving from a defensive position to a proactive technological innovator. Quantum communication networks began showing strange transmissions. Human. Research stations were establishing communication protocols with distant star systems, not as explorers, but as potential controllers. The message was clear. Humanity would define the new galactic order. Military strategists from various alien civilizations studied the battle recordings. The human dreadnoughts had eliminated an entire invasion fleet without suffering a single casualty. Their quantum fold technologies, energy management systems, and predictive combat algorithms were generations ahead of anything known. Commander Wu Xin began mapping potential expansion routes, not for colonization but for strategic, technological outposts. Each location would serve as a demonstration of human engineering capabilities. Planetary defense systems, communication relays, quantum research stations. Humanity was transforming from a single-planet civilization to a multi-system technological network. The economic implications were massive. Alien trading consortiums that had previously ignored Earth now scrambled to establish communication channels. Human technological patents became more valuable than entire planetary resources. Diplomatic channels shifted dramatically. Where humans were once invited as junior observers, they now dictated terms. Technology became the new universal currency, and humanity held the most advanced technological vault in known space. Research facilities across Earth worked at unprecedented speeds. What used to take decades now happened in months. Quantum computing, advanced materials science, energy generation. Every scientific domain was experiencing exponential growth. Alien civilizations that had planned future invasions or resource extraction missions suddenly reconsidered their strategies. The human demonstration of technological capabilities was a clear warning. Earth was not a target. Earth was a potential threat. Admiral Kang Min's statement to the Interstellar Council became legendary. We did not seek conflict, but we are prepared to end any conflict decisively. The transformation wasn't just technological, it was philosophical. Humanity shifted from a defensive, survival-based mindset to a proactive, innovation-driven civilization. Each technological breakthrough was a statement of potential, of capability. Quantum research stations began appearing in strategic star system locations, not as military bases but as scientific outposts that radiated technological superiority. Other civilizations could observe but not comprehend the depth of human innovation. Dr. Hannah Kim's teams were already working on technologies that would make their current quantum dreadnoughts look primitive. Faster-than-light communication, dimensional energy extraction, quantum consciousness interfaces, the horizons of human potential seemed limitless. Global human populations began understanding their new status. No longer were they a small, insignificant species. They were the technological architects of a new galactic order. The Interstellar Council's emergency session concluded with a clear understanding. Humanity was not just another civilization. They were a technological force that could reshape existing galactic power structures at will. Commander Wu Xin looked at the strategic maps. The first phase was complete. Humanity had demonstrated its capabilities. Now the real transformation would begin. 10 years after the initial confrontation, human quantum dreadnoughts patrolled vast sections of known space. Not as conquerors, but as guardians of a new cosmic balance. Admiral Kang Min stood on the bridge of the primary command vessel, watching holographic displays showing interconnected star systems. Humanity had transformed from a single-planet civilization to a multi-system technological network that redefined galactic interactions. Earth was no longer just a planet. It had become a technological hub, a central point of innovation that other civilizations both respected and feared. Research stations dotted strategic star systems, each one radiating advanced technological capabilities that seemed almost magical to other species. Dr. Hannah Kim's quantum research teams continued pushing technological boundaries. What once took decades now happened in months. Faster-than-light communication, dimensional energy extraction, and quantum consciousness interfaces were becoming standard technologies. The Interstellar Peacekeeping Protocol, drafted and implemented by human strategists, changed how different civilizations interacted. No longer could aggressive species simply invade or exploit smaller planetary systems. Human monitoring networks made such actions impossible. Alien diplomatic missions approached human representatives with a mixture of respect and caution. The memory of the Frontier Collective's complete elimination remained fresh in collective galactic memory. Humanity had demonstrated that technological superiority was the new universal currency. Commander Wu Xin managed the complex network of quantum communication relays. These weren't just communication systems. They were sophisticated monitoring platforms that could predict potential conflicts before they emerged. Economic systems transformed. Human technological patents became more valuable than entire planetary resources. Trading consortiums that once ignored Earth now sought collaborative agreements. Innovation became the primary form of galactic interaction. Quantum dreadnoughts didn't just patrol space. They served as mobile research stations, diplomatic platforms, and technological demonstration units. Each vessel was a complex ecosystem of scientific and strategic potential. The global human population understood their new status. They were no longer a small, insignificant species waiting to be discovered. They were the technological architects of a new cosmic order. Planetary defense systems became so advanced that entire star systems could be protected with minimal human intervention. Predictive algorithms could neutralize potential threats before they even materialized. Dr. Hannah Kim's latest research focused on dimensional energy extraction. Early demonstrations suggested humanity could potentially harness energy directly from quantum fluctuations, a technological leap that would make current energy generation methods look primitive. Alien civilizations that had previously planned invasions or resource extraction missions now sought diplomatic relationships. The human technological demonstration was a clear message. Collaboration was better than confrontation. Strategic outposts appeared in carefully selected star systems, not as military bases, but as scientific platforms that radiated technological potential. Other civilizations could observe, but rarely comprehend the depth of human innovation. The transformation wasn't just technological, it represented a fundamental shift in cosmic understanding. Humanity had shown that technological innovation, not military might, was the true path to galactic influence. Admiral Kang Min's strategic vision continued guiding human expansion. Each technological breakthrough was carefully measured, each interaction diplomatically calculated. The goal was not conquest but a balanced, innovative cosmic ecosystem. Quantum communication networks allowed instant information exchange across vast cosmic distances. Cultural, scientific, and technological knowledge spread faster than ever before. Humanity became a central hub of innovation and progress. The original underground research facility that started this journey was now a global museum, showing how a small team's determination had transformed human potential. Visitors from multiple species would come to understand the moment everything changed. Commander Wu Xin looked at the strategic maps. The initial demonstration of technological superiority was complete. Now humanity was writing the next chapter of cosmic evolution. As quantum dreadnoughts silently patrolled the vast cosmic expanses, one thing became clear. The galaxy would never be the same again. Humanity had arrived, not as conquerors, but as architects of a new, innovative cosmic order.